Hello, my name is Jude Knight and welcome to my service learning video blog. I chose 3 different sites, that being Zooniverse, the Smithsonian, and Do Something. And they're all 3 very different and serve very different purposes. Zooniverse is a host or a hub for many different scientific research projects hosted by very different groups and organizations. And anyone can participate, and it is designed to get as many average, ordinary people to come help out in whatever they need. The Smithsonian allows anyone to help them transcribe documents that they have. These are journals, diaries, and other sorts of writing they found out in the field that the archaeologists have found that they need transcribed digitally so that will have them forever, and that way they can use them more easily. And Do Something groups together a very large and different selection of events and campaigns that are designed to get young people into activism and a better society. And it's designed in a way where you choose what you want to do, why you want to do it. So it's very personalized. The impact of Zooniverse can be very different due to the nature that it hosts many different types of projects, but typically they impact the scientific community and furthering research for various things instead of just one type of person or one type of group, more so benefiting society at large for whatever reason it may be. The Smithsonian benefits museums and higher education most because it's meant to be researching these old text documents to learn more about what people were like. And Do Something benefits everyone on individual little community scales or large ones, people who want to participate in activism for diversity or social justice or whatever it may be. All of these are very significant, but they do very different things. Zooniverse is significant because it gets research done at such a much faster rate, because a lot of this research doesn't need super highly educated or experienced people. They need just a ton of people to process a ton of information. So it allows the average person to do this. Like I remember one study or project that really stuck out to me was they wanted to train AI to detect cancer cells because currently for kidney cancer cells, you have to take a sample, cut off a little bit of the kidney cell. You have to ship it off to a lab, which is very few of and very specialty. They have to look under the microscope, multiple people do, and have to decide, is this cancerous or is this not? And then send the results back before any treatment can be done. So in the days that this can take, someone can often worsen by a lot. But what they want to do is train AI to do this so that way in the hospital, they'll immediately cut off the sample, put it under the microscope, and give it to a computer. And that second, it will give you that result back to see what treatment you need and how severe it is. So what they're doing is they're training the average person. If we give you a kidney cell under the microscope, this is how you tell if it's cancerous, and we're going to give all this information to artificial intelligence to hopefully better the odds of somebody's survival or their healing. The Smithsonian preserves texts and journals, and it's very significant how it does this because oftentimes history will repeat itself if it's not known. So being able to know how people lived not only is just nice to know, but it also lets us see how they felt about certain things, how certain things really impacted the average lower class person, not just the rich upper class we often hear about. So we know how things really happened, and that way we hopefully move towards a better future and better policies. Do Something provides access and opportunities to those that are tailored to their specific personal interests, whether they want to support LGBTQIA, racial injustices, poverty. It allows them to use their personal skills and their personal interests and how they want to help what they want to help. To engage with all these sites, you would for Zooniverse, you would make an account and it just gives you all the projects. It has filters, you can filter by biology, the arts, history, whatever it may be, but mostly science related stuff. And you just read through each of the projects that it hosts and see which one you want. You just click on it, you start right away. Some of them have introductions and help you learn how to do them, and some of them are pretty straightforward. So you just choose what you want and do what you want. The Smithsonian, you sign up for an account, and when you go on there, it groups all the texts they found in different categories. Like one, they would have Native American, or maybe they would have women on the prairie, and you would just choose which theme of text you want to transcribe. Then you just go through and transcribe them. It would give you a picture of the text, and then you just type it all out. And if you want to participate and do something, the way it works is it has almost like a Google search engine drop-down box style, where you say what you want to what your like cause interest is. It'll have different categories: social injustice, LGBTQIA, like I mentioned previously, just a large list of causes that it wants to help, and then it gives you a do option. So you're choosing the something, and you're choosing what you're going to do. So you can do making something, going actively participating, making discussions, things like that. and it just gives you a wide variety of things to participate in. Looking back on all of these, I would say Zooniverse is my favorite. I really loved it. I love the way it was set up. I love the way it really felt like you were benefiting the community. It made it very clear how each one would help and very clear what your role in that was. And I just love the variety. I love the options they have. It all just felt very unique, and I just felt very passionate about it. Smithsonian I liked, but I'm unsure if I'm going to continue with it. It was very limited in what you could do. I can't personally see the impact too much. I get why it's helpful, but I just feel like there's better uses of my time. So that one's a maybe, but not sure. Do something I really liked, but I don't see myself using it because I feel like, well, it had a lot of help. It's just too broad and overwhelmed. Like there was so much to do, so much to look at. I didn't know where to start, and I felt there were other sites that I feel like could point me in the direction and allow me to do a lot more with that one thing than kind of just broadly pointing me, hey, you might want to go over here type thing. For course integration, the first thing that popped in my mind was chapter 9, page 2, social change, and the what spurs people to do social change. And I noticed that Zooniverse and Smithsonian were projectable social change, things that people noticed, hey, this is a problem, and we should get on this beforehand, and we should plan this, and we should figure this out and do very clear cut plans. This is what we want to solve. This is how we do it. So there was a problem there, but it was planned out thoroughly and well thought out. While I noticed that do something was more transformative. People were ignited and passionate based on the current injustices and problems they saw in the world around them. People would notice, hey, I really don't like this. I want to go out and do something about this right now. And do something I felt was more catered for that. And then after thinking for a bit more, I remembered back on chapter 4, page 2, social capital, about how they said that whatever you do for your community, it's not for nothing, or it comes back to you, that you get capital for what you do for your society, and how all these projects support the greater good of the community. And like what I said about the kidney cell, maybe later you'll get cancer, maybe someone you know will, and what you did is helping them getting healthy. It is directly having an impact on your life. So yeah, these are all the thoughts I had about my service learning so far, and this was my service learning video blog.